Good night, good night. Have one done tonight. God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Irma Jill Spirit Divine. I'm going to give you a little short news on tonight. First we're going to start with, this is Halloween month. Halloween month. New Orleans always go big on Halloween. Giant skeletons and witches and flying little ghosts and stuff. But time had changed. Time has changed. So I just want everyone to just be careful out there. Watch the candy that you receive. And also be careful because time has changed. Things is different now. Things is not safe. So I need everyone to be safe. I need everyone to be careful of the candy that you're receiving for your children. You never know with razor blade or anything gonna be in it. So that's one advice. The second advice I give, buy candy on your own. They Walmart and the dollar store sometimes sell bags of candy. So you can buy the bags of candy for your children and stay at home and be safe. Because things can change. Now because I remember at one time, we used to take our kids trick or treat. Ain't nothing used to happen. We used to take the kids trick or treat, let their bag fill up, and then we go home. You know, things may not be the same as it was back then. So I just need everyone to be safe out there. That was my first charge, or either buy bags of candy for yourself and stay at home, and you can also be safe. So uh, that's the tip for Halloween. Okay, I have another inspiring story. I mean, it just touched me when I was reading. It very touched me. This is a boy, who has spent 1,000 days in a hospital. You know, that's half of his life. You know, but now God is good. A miracle happened. This boy is coming home after being in a hospital for 1,000 days. So it's really a miracle to be coming home from the hospital from being in there for 1,000 days. God is good. And I know the parent was praying. You know, God is good. Bruno, the boy named Bruno, he went home from the hospital for the first time Tuesday. He went home Tuesday. He was three. He'll be 3 years old in December this year. So he was seeing nothing but the inside of the hospital walls. His whole life. Relying on ventilating and the breath, the tools to help him breathe, to help him eat. So the family were very happy. The family was very happy and overwhelmed, and overjoyed. Not going to the hospital no more. Now they can just go in his room and people on and see how he's doing. Cause he at home. All the child saw with the hospital walls. But now the child gonna be at home. It's a relief for the parents. They can just go in his room and see him. So it's amazing. It's amazing that this boy is still living after being in the hospital so many days like that. you know so the family was very happy. They was very overwhelmed. He is a beautiful and a handsome baby. To say he done been in that hospital all the many days. So Bruno has a life threatening genetic condition. That what had caused him in the hospital. All that long time. It affect his bones, his muscles, and he was diagnosed with a form of scattering. I can't pronounce what he was diagnosed with. Which impact his ribs and making it difficult for his lungs to grow properly. So that's the reason why he was in the hospital. But thank God he is home. You know, and it's still a process. Still a process of them dealing with his diagnosed with what he was diagnosed with. So he won't be back in the hospital, so he can live a long, prosperous life. But his parents say he is a fighter. He's a beautiful, fine baby too. And they say he is a fighter. You know, They say when he was born, he was supposed to live for 30 minutes. God is good. God is good. This boy be 3 years old. This year in December. And they said when he born, he was gonna last 30 minutes. And he done last 3 years. So taking his boy home will have challenges. It will have challenges. He been in the hospital for a long time. He had to get stronger. He had to get stronger every day. His parents took classes. They took classes to take care of him. You know, so they also getting a nurse, and the nurse might have to take classes too. The team to get them ready and prepared to take care of this boy. So this is really a miracle, and God is good. So we talk about Halloween. This Halloween month is coming up. I had two tips. You know, be careful and watch the candy that you receive. Because you don't know what's in the candy. And two, I also give a tips of buying the big candy yourself to give to your kids or your grandkids, and then you can stay at home and still be safe. Because thing is time. Time hadn't changed since then. But we used to take our kids trick or treat. We also talk about this boy here that been in the hospital for 1,000 days. It's a miracle that he come home, and still alive, So it's a miracle, that this boy here had been diagnosed with all kind of stuff that caused him in the hospital that affect his ribs and his lungs and everything else. But thank God they will be working on it. It's a process of him getting stronger and stronger each day. So that's all the show news I have for you on tonight. I see y'all on the next video, and y'all have a blessed night.